Welcome 5th grade, back to art class with Miss Ross. Today we're going to be creating a silhouette. And a silhouette is when your subject appears black because of the bright sky behind it. So we're going to come up with an idea of what you would like to draw. It can be cut out of black construction paper or drawn with black markers. And the background behind the black subject should be bright and colorful so that the subject will pop and show up due to contrast. Contrast is an art word that means putting two very different things beside each other so the black silhouette will really pop next to a brightly colored sky. Take a look at some of the examples and let's see what materials you have at home that you can use. A silhouette is when you have a solid object that looks black because of the bright sky behind it. So sometimes it's an outdoor scene with a tree or an animal, and the animal and the tree and the ground all would look black, even though we know they're not. Your silhouette doesn't have to be an animal. This student chose to do an airplane. Whatever subject you choose, it's a good idea to have a ground that is attached to, and a scene that involves a brightly colored sky. You can use whatever materials you want for your sky. The examples you're looking at now were done with black construction paper that was cut and placed on top of a chalk background. I know a lot of you don't have black paper at home and you don't have chalk at home. So we could do the same project using a black crayon or black marker for the black subjects and watercolor paint, chalk, crayon, marker, whatever you want for your brightly colored sky. Now we're going to draw the scene that's going to be silhouetted. The land will be silhouetted. Any trees, any animals, or any solid objects are going to become black. You can either draw this directly on your black paper or on white paper and then fill it in with black crayon or marker. That's what I'll do here on this white page. I've made a cliff and I'm going to put a wolf howling at the moon on top of the cliff. So here I am drawing my animal. Sometimes it's good to look up the animal you want to draw on Google Images, and you can get a good view of the body pose that you want to create with your animal instead of just going from memory like I am. If you do have a sheet of black construction paper at home, you could try drawing directly on the black paper, and then we're going to take scissors to cut out your black solid objects and glue them onto the colored sky paper that you will be creating in part 2 next week. Are you ready for part 2? Are you ready to finish your silhouette picture? Let's start coloring it in. If you plan on cutting your silhouette out of black construction paper, stay tuned till the end of this video and I'll come back to explaining how to do that. The first thing to do is make the solid parts black. These are the things I have that are black. Thick and thin markers and a big black crayon. I might use all of them. I'm going to start off with my thickest marker and try to fill in some of the big black areas. This is a cliff with some land behind it. Notice I didn't fill in my moon black, even though it's a solid object. It's the light source here. So you don't want to color in your light source black, just the solid objects that are being shadowed. I'm going to make a very imaginative, colorful sky, and you can too, or you can make it more realistic. But the problem with doing a night sky is that night skies are pretty dark, and it's hard to see a black silhouette with a dark sky. So try to keep your colors light. When choosing your colors for the sky, try to pick some colors that are very light, because having a lot of dark blue, dark purple, or dark green behind a black silhouette might ruin the effect. Lighter colors work best. I'm pretty much finished. I just want to go back to find little white spaces and see if I would like it better with a little color in there. I know a few of you drew your subject on black construction paper. You'll notice I didn't have any black construction paper at my house, so I tried painting a piece of paper black, which didn't work very well. If you drew your subject on the black construction paper, today you may cut everything out and glue it onto a second paper, one that you've colored the beautiful sky colors. You can use whatever materials you have at home for coloring that page, but then glue your shapes on top of it like this.